So you've been on carnivore, you lost weight, you fixed all your health problems, you feel 30 years younger than you are, and you want to help everybody on the planet. Don't waste your breath. Here's why. Well, good morning, everybody. It's me, Mitch. Why is it that despite the obvious success that we have changing our lifestyle, not eating all the crap foods, obviously getting healthy, losing weight? We know that because the people we know, our friends and our relatives, tell us how great we're looking. They ask us, what did we do? How did we do it? They want to do it. Then how come? How come? When we tell them how we did it, when they ask us how they could do it and we tell them, they're scared to death. The thought of having to not eat 6, 7, 8 times a day, to be constantly eating sugar, seed oils, and grains, it just is out of the question for them to even consider. And all their logic, all their clear thinking, this goes right out the window. Why is that? What is wrong with these people? There has to be a reason. There has to be a reason. And that reason is obvious to me. It's been obvious to me. And it's kind of part of the same reason why people who start this diet will find, each in their own way, some kind of rational, I call it an excuse, to give up this diet and fail like so many of them, or most of them, do. And that reason comes back to something I talk about over and over. I harp on it till I'm blue in the face, and maybe you're tired of hearing it. Unfortunately, it is the reason. And that reason is the power of addiction. The power of addiction to completely overtake any rational, logical thinking. As I've said so many times before, revert back to the power of the subconscious to move us in a direction that it knows will keep that addictive substance coming. So that explains the irrationality of it, and that's because even the thought of not supplying your drug of choice causes your subconscious mind to go into overdrive and start feeding your conscious with an endless list of reasons why this isn't a good idea, even in the face of the knowledge or the truth that what you see with your own eyes in front of you, your friend or loved one who has changed their life, that can't possibly be true. Your subconscious is saying to your conscious, don't believe your lying eyes. And even the mere thought of giving up something so important, something that almost every aspect of their lives are built around, their social life, their comfort, is so scary that the excuses come, and those excuses make a lot of sense to them, but for those of us who have cured that problem, who have put a stop to that addiction and the wild rationalizations that it provides us, we look and scratch our heads and we don't understand it. It is understandable. It's completely understandable. How do you fix it? All the people that I've talked to about this, who've asked me, what the hell happened to you? How did you fix it? I tell them, had the same reaction. Well, that's outrageous. I couldn't do that. That's not healthy. They say that that's going to cause heart attacks. They say this, they say that. And that's where all the propaganda comes in. It gives your subconscious ammunition to use in trying to convince your conscious, rational thinking mind that this is a bad idea, even though the evidence to the contrary is right in front of your lying eyes. That's the power addiction has over us to control us. And anybody who's ever been addicted to anything knows without fail that that power is real. Otherwise, you could just say, I'm going to stop doing this. I'm going to stop taking these drugs. I'm going to stop eating sugar. I'm going to stop drinking alcohol. I'm going to stop smoking cigarettes because I'm in control. You're not in control. How do you help people? How do I help people? How do I help people who can't take the steps that are necessary to cure the addiction or treat the addiction or limit the effects of the addiction? And sadly, really sadly, it only takes 2 weeks to 30 days to diminish the control this addiction has over you to a point where you can handle it. And anybody that's ever changed their lifestyle, changed their habits, or done something to counteract the immediate panic of the subconscious at the mere thought of losing all of that endorphin-releasing stuff that you've been cramming into your body, anybody that manages to figure out a way to get past that first couple weeks or 30 days has a real shot in saving their life, their health, and their future. The best that we can do to try to help people is to try to educate them as to the real things that are going on inside of them. They might not want to believe it, but if you can convince them to go 2 to 4 weeks to give this a try, to not be afraid that they're going to immediately develop cancer all over their body from eating a 16-ounce ribeye. If you can direct them towards some of these videos and let them get the thing, Let them get excited about it. Let them visualize themselves enjoying the same benefits that you've enjoyed, that they noticed in you. And you can mentor them and you can encourage them to give it at least that short period of time, because that's all it really is going to take. Allow them to give that subconscious mind of theirs an escape. Allow them to understand that if after the first 2 weeks or 4 weeks that they find out that this is not for them, you'll buy them. You'll buy them that first bag of Oreos and Doritos and thank them for giving it a try. We all want to help. We all want to help these people. We all don't understand why they don't understand. We're all frustrated by the response we get. But understanding the reason that we get that response is the first step towards spreading this. Because the more and more people that manage to get past that first 2 weeks or 30 days means the more and more this message will spread virally, which is really our only chance of actually changing anything from the bottom up. But nothing will change until more and more people are successful on this. That's why I'm trying to do my part. And it's all about education and understanding the reality, applying common sense. And I assure you that if you do get somebody to believe what you're saying and to understand enough to give it a try, a certain percentage of them will succeed, and they'll thank you for it. Like they thank me. And I got to tell you that that is the greatest reward that you'll ever get. Even if it's only one person that you help. But enough people get helped, then we have a chance of maybe turning this thing around. So think about that. Think about how you might approach people who express interest in finding out how you succeeded when they've always failed. And don't feel bad, because you can't approach people that aren't interested, that don't want to change anything, because the thought of giving up any of that crap that they're addicted to is just too foreign and too scary to them. With that, I'm going to finish cooking my breakfast, give you all the rest of the day off, and tell you, as usual, eat meat.